Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. It's Jackie Hayes speaking. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Perth in Western Australia, and today is the challenge for Monday, and it was to do Tuesday, because it's tomorrow's, to do a sunflower card, and this is the one I've come up with. I just put a little bit inside, and the stamp set I'm using is Celebrate Sunflowers, and this is in the new catalogue that started on the 3rd of June, and it comes with a die, and it's got 9 pieces in this die, and these are the 2 pieces that I've using today. One that cuts the sunflower out, this one, and then this cuts the embossing part of it on here, and I'll show you how to do that. But first of all, we're going to use the new card, and one is the outside one is cinnamon cider, and that is A5 scored at 10.5, with a piece of Very Vanilla inside at 10 by 14.5. Then Bumblebee, which is a beautiful yellow that matches with this cinnamon cider. Got to admit, I do like this paler brown. We've only got one brown in at the moment, and that is Early Espresso, and for my liking it's too dark. I don't usually use that one. The Bumblebee is 10 by 14.5, and then a piece of Very Vanilla at 9.5 by 14. And first of all, I'm going to use, let me just get my pad for cleaning first. Sorry about this. Only I know I've got to clean it off in between. So I'm going to use the Bumblebee, and for anybody that didn't know how to label your stamp pads, they've got underneath, they've got all different names. The Spanish, I think one is French, one is Spanish, and then I've only put one on because I'm going to show you how. How to do this. Just pick this one up like this, and make sure you've got that in the middle like that. And then on the end that I haven't got one, I'm going to just lay that down there. It will go down, just not quite straight. That's it. And then there's a very thin one on this end. I'll just pull that one off. It should be there. Just oh, get up. Just a really thin one here. Just let that go down, and I'm going to just take that and pop that onto the end of my Take Your Pick tool. When you open this ink pad up, there is a gap here, like a groove, where you can put this in, so that when you've got your ink pad open, to lay it down, I can't do it while I'm sat holding it. Right, when you've got your ink pad open, you can see that it's actually got, it's not doing it that way. You can see that you've actually got that colour, and you don't get it mixed up. So there's the colouring on that bit there. So that's how to do it, and each one of these has got it on the back so that you can put, I've just put that one on the front for now, but then we'll start with this. I'm just going to ink it up, but I'm going to stamp this one off. I didn't stamp the last one off, and I think it was a little bit on the dark side, so each one of these I'm stamping off. And I'm going to put one in the middle rather than just doing these a little bit on the different side. So that's the bumblebee completed. Now I need to clean my stamp off and open up the other one. Just fold that down for a second. And this one is cider, cinnamon cider. Just that one more. So that you can see that that's a lot lighter than that one. Yes, I do like that one, but I think I prefer it a little bit better with it being light. On the inside, I should have done that first. I might just do that in this cinnamon. Just stamp off 3 of these. So that's the inside done now. I didn't want them dark as well. Prefer them a little bit on the light side. And I'm going to just fasten that up. Oh no, we'll just do the saying first, and it's from the same set, which is Let's Celebrate You, which you can have this for anything. And what I did, I stamped it off completely, and then I fussy cut round it. I haven't got a punch or a die that's big enough or just to do that type of fussy cutting, but you don't have to have everything. You can just improvise as you go along. Fasten that one up, and I'll just move that onto one side because that one will get cut round in a minute. I'm just going to clean them off. Okay. Now the next bit is I'm going to stamp on here my sunflower. Ink it really, really well because I want it to show up. And this is on a scrap piece of very vanilla card. Keep pressing it down until you think you've got, because it's quite a big stamp. Perfect. Now we don't have to cut this out by hand. We're lucky that we've got the die for this one. Just clean that off while I go. And with this die, it's easy enough to find out which way it goes because there's three pieces that actually stick out. And if you look there, there's the 3 pieces that looks as if they're going the opposite way. So I need to just put that on there. And say it's easy enough to find them. We've just got to find the right ones. That's it. It's there. Now I'm going to fetch the Big Shot in. Move that out of the way because that's slipping all the time. And that's the Big Shot. And I've got the magnetic plate for this one. And just need to make sure I've got that back into place. It's better, it's good. Put that plate on the top. I just moved it a fraction then because my paper wasn't quite on it. And then roll it through. And I'll just go through it again just to be on the safe side. Perfect. As you see, that comes straight out. There wasn't a problem with that. Now, before I put the Big Shot away, I'm going to put this on there, and I'm going to put the paper down that way rather than on the opposite way round. And you'll be able to see for yourself why, because it cuts better that way for some reason. I'm not quite sure why, but I will run it through a couple of times just to make sure I've got it all, which it looks like I have. And you can see before you even take your plate off. And it hasn't. Oh, is it going to do it? I should have done it just that fraction more, but with yesterday's turned out really, really well. They come out straight away. But then everything when you can't film in always turns out wrong anyway, so right. Okay, right, I've got that off. Now I need to get these out. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put this back in and run it through another time, just to make sure I've got it all. I need to then, there's my 3 that's going the opposite way, and you can press this back in. You can't do this with everyone, and it would have been better had it stayed on, but because it didn't, just do it again just to be on the safe side. If it doesn't work, you can always put a piece of card over the top and just run it through. It will be a little bit tighter that way, but that's fine. Should have done it all by now. Yeah, everything's coming out easy now, as you can see. Look, just needed that little bit more pressure on it. And just get that out of the way. Yep. And there's just them little bits there that I want to get out because that's part of the sunflower. You can see them, see the yellow through these little bits then. It's nearly done. And there is the thing that you could have done, or I could have done, is, I'll just get that off me. I could have put some sticky sheet on it. It's called adhesive sheets. This has just come back into the catalogue. It's not Sizex, it's Stampin' Up! One. And those Sizex did this. This is still from Stampin' Up! And that's all sticky on the back. And I have used it in the previous videos, but I wanted to show one way of doing it. If you haven't got the adhesive sheets, because not everybody can afford to buy things like that, and though they're not expensive and they are very, very good, it's sometimes it's, do I get an ink pad or do I get something different? Now what I did, I've got a silicone sheet, and a lot of people have these for either baking, making, cake making, or even Stampin' Up! I've got one for cake making and for Stampin' Up! And I've got a piece of foam, and these are in the catalogue as well, but any foam would do. And you'll see it is sticky. I've just got to pick my Tombow glue back up because I knocked it on the floor. And then turn this over onto my silicone mat. Just get all them little bits out first because they'll stick on it. Just two little tiny bits that's not come out there. It's better turn that over, it'll be easier. Right, I'm turning that over, and then I'm going to put my Tombow glue onto my silicone mat. And this is not a worry because it does come straight off. It's one of those things that with it being a silicone mat, it doesn't stick to your mat for good. You just roll it and it comes off. So then I got the sponge, just dab that, and then just dab it all over. And this is a quick and easy way. You don't have to be holding your pieces of card and getting glue all over yourself. It's quick. So now I'll lift that up and I'll just set that on one side. It will dry and I've not got a problem with that. I just need to find my three. Put this bit on here so that I don't get any glue on my piece. And there, it's laid straight onto it. So there's the piece laid onto it now. I'm just going to bend that up a little bit with my fingers. You could do this with your bone folder, but it's just, I don't want it dead flat. And now with this piece, I'm going to stick my all my layers on, and I'm going to use the Tombow glue for these again. I have got a preference for Tombow glue at the moment. I didn't used to have. I used to always like to use tape, but then I found it wasn't always sticking as hard as I wanted it to do. And also you've got a little bit of wiggle room when you're using Tombow glue before it dries. So that's one. And then this is the centre. I've not put a saying in this because with it being Let's Celebrate You, you can use it for anything. It's perfect. Got that one. Right, now I'm going to put this onto foam to raise it up. So it's the dimensionals we've got here, and put these onto dimensionals. And these are the large dimensionals I'm using. Small ones are all right if you've got something small, like I will have to use the small ones on that bit. And, oops, pulled it all off. Didn't stick it on. Used to take the pick tool again to just get all these off. Just that one, and then up to that. And this I'm going to set, may set that, do I set that in the bottom or the top? I've got the other saying in the bottom. I'll stick that there. My granddaughter's just come in. Hi Lauren. She's not 100%. I think she's just been to the doctor. Well, she has been to the doctors with Grandad. Right, for this bit now, I'm going to just put some champagne rhinestones in the middle, and I put 5 in the middle. 2, 3, 4, and 1 right in the centre there, 5. And then for the next bit, I'm going to cut round this. And I've got my snips, and when I wanted to make it so that I've got, just go round the top bits and keep going round until you've got it, and just move the card rather than your scissors. And just keep going round. And it doesn't take very long to do this, but it's very, very rewarding when you see something that looks nice on your card rather than something that you're not happy with. And just a fraction more, and then that can be onto the card. If you do like this set, and you would like to become a demonstrator, or even if you would like to just order from me, you can do at JackieSanCards .stampinup.net, or email me at JackieSan50 gmail.com, or you can even phone me. I'm using this small dimensionals now for this. Might just fetch it into view because we and just one more, and that's just that one to do. Take these off with my pick, take the pick tool again. Oops. So, and what I did as well, I used the Wink of Stella to go around this little bit here. We'll do that now. And then this card is finished. So it's a quick and easy card that can be used for anything. If you would like a catalogue, you can either get in touch with me on my email, or you can phone me on 0422 547 461 and I can get you one out to you. They are $5 each, and if they have to be posted, obviously I would have to charge postage. But so there's my two. Now you can see the difference. One is got the dark and one's got the stamped off. It looks, it's your preference whether you like it or not. And then that one's got the cinnamon cider inside, and this one's got the bumblebee inside. So if you like my card, please send my video. Please send a video, and I will respond to your comments. But for now, please stay well and stay safe. We are doing really well in Western Australia, and we hope that we can carry on doing that. So bye for now.